I'm Edie Lush, and I'm here in the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos. It's day 4. Very pleased to be joined by Soulaima Gourani, CEO of your own company. Now tell me what you've been thinking at Davos.
We're talking so much about being ready for change, and I think that's really great. But the problem is actually that people don't want to be ready for change. We don't like change. We like things being the way that they always been. So what I'm focusing on is that we need to talk about the personal leadership, how I react to my own life and how I exercise myself, both as a leader but also as a country, as an organization. So what I'm thinking is that our personal comfort zone is actually the biggest challenge. My job is to talk to CEOs from all over the world, and I can see that they actually don't want to change. They would really like the things to be like they've always been.
And what do you think is the change that's necessary?
You really need to get access to new knowledge, but our mindset is created in a way that we always end up talking with the people that look like ourselves. We love to be with people that have the same age, gender, education, and you know, educational background.
The PLUs.
Absolutely, and that is really hard to change because people, they seek communities. They're very I would say they really want to, you know, just continue like
in their own tribe.
Yeah, and that's really difficult to change. So even if you fly in the best researchers and give them inspiration from all over the world, it's so difficult to go home and actually implement the things because they need to change their mindset. And we have like 5 different generations right now trying to work together. And all these 5 generations, you have the baby boomers, the X, the Gen Y, and so forth. And what we can see is that it's really difficult for them to work together. We see it as just a concrete example. We have all the CEOs, then you have the members of the forum, of course. Then you have young global leaders, you have shapers, global shapers. All of them are trying to work together, actually to make the world to a better place. And what we can see is that they're not really good at talking together because they have a totally different mindset of what's needed.
So I think it's really interesting because I've had shapers in, I've had YGLs, I've had members of the forum, and everybody likes it when they sit down and talk together.
Yeah.
But tell me what you think, what the best way is to make people get on the same board to try to change. I
mean, first of all, we need to engage more. I mean, there's a lot of talk. We talk a lot. So you have spokesmen and you have salesmen, but you have very few action-oriented men and women, of course. But we talk too much and we don't get engaged. So I would really like us to go home, build these advisory boards, and actually draw in people from the different communities.
Different communities and ages.
Yeah, but we don't. So it's all about involvement, and that's the problem. And the comfort zone, of course, that's the biggest problem.
So do you, for your advisory board, for your own company, do you have different ages?
Yes, absolutely. That's my priority is to collect people who have different competences and give them access to my company. And I actually have sponsors and mentors. And that's why I expand like I do.
Fantastic. Soulaima, thanks you so much for coming into the pavilion here in Davos. I'm Edie Lush.